Hi, my name is Jennifer. Welcome back to our channel. We are a family of 4 minimalists living in Florida. Today I'm going to talk to you about how to start a minimalist wardrobe. I decided to do this video because my last 2 videos about my wardrobe and my daughter's wardrobe have done really well. I first learned about minimalist wardrobes about 8 years ago, and back then the big thing with minimalist wardrobes was to have everything in black and white. And I really like the colors black and white because it's really easy to accessorize and know what to wear in the morning. But because I live in Florida, wearing black all the time just got really hot, especially in the summer. So my first tip is to decide, first of all, how many clothes you need to have in your wardrobe. Because everyone is different and everyone has a different lifestyle. They may have a full-time job they have to go to, or they may work from home, or they may be a full-time student. It's really important that you determine how many clothes you actually need as opposed to how many clothes you want. So if you have a full-time job, you might need to have more professional clothes in your wardrobe because you are going to that job every day, like a lawyer or a doctor, anything like that. You're going to need to have a bigger variety of professional clothes to wear, rather than if you're just staying home and working from home like my husband does. He has more like comfortable clothes to wear so he can sit at his desk for long periods of time. Make sure your wardrobe is centered around the climate and where you live. Because I live in a warmer climate, I don't really need to worry too much about having clothes for a colder climate. So you don't really want to end up following my wardrobe necessarily because my clothes are all for the summertime. If you live somewhere where it snows and it's cold most of the year, because it's not going to be very easy to have a bunch of t-shirts when it's 30 degrees below outside. So make sure that if you are living in a colder climate, you tend to have more long sleeve shirts and sweaters. I say probably 2 to 3 long sleeve shirts, and then 2 sweaters or jackets would be good. And then anything else, if you have other t-shirts, you could just layer them. That's the good thing about living in cold weather, is you can always layer what you have. Whereas here where it's hot, I can't really take off the layers very easily. So cold weather can be more beneficial for having a minimalist wardrobe. So another tip I have is to go through your wardrobe and determine if you have any patterns on your clothes or on your pants, any dresses that have patterns on them. My advice is to not have any patterns in your wardrobe because patterns make it more complicated to match everything together. What you'll end up doing is, say you buy a shirt that has a pattern on it and it doesn't match with any of your other pants, so then you have to go out and buy another pair of pants. But those pants might not match with your other shirt, so you can only ever wear that one outfit together as it is. It's much more efficient and much more simple to have any of your pants and any of your shirts matching together. So everything matches together and you can just grab whatever you want out of your closet and be ready. So yeah, I think the best thing to do is just to take all patterns out of your wardrobe. Another thing to do is to decide what colors you like and what colors are best for your wardrobe, and just stick to those colors. So you may be shopping online and think, oh, I really like that dress, but the dress comes in turquoise and only in turquoise. If you end up buying it and you don't have anything else in your wardrobe that's turquoise, then it doesn't really match with anything. So it just adds another item of clothing that you don't necessarily need and you can't wear it with anything else. So pick certain colors and then just stick to those colors. They don't have to be neutral colors, but I just prefer neutral colors because they tend to match with everything. So I tend to stick to gray, beige, black, white, and I also have some rust. Sometimes I have green. I don't really have a lot of green though, but yeah, I just stick to those colors and then everything matches together nicely. And if you have too many different colors that vary and don't match together, then that's not going to work either. So make sure you pick colors that all match together. I've had, over the years, I've had many different color wardrobes. I remember when I was younger, I had pinks and turquoises and blues, and I just stuck with those. And then I tried everything where everything was just black and white, and I just stuck with that. but I find now it's better just to have a little bit more color, so I stick with these more neutral earth colors now. And the other thing I like about sticking to neutral colors is that everything matches together well and it looks nice together. So even if I'm not wearing something necessarily dressy, it kind of looks dressy because of the way the colors blend together. It just makes everything look more put together to me, rather than having like a crazy red bright top and then, you know, a pair of jeans or something. It might not look as dressy as having more neutral tones that sort of blend into everything. So my next tip, now depending on what you're doing, but I think anyone can pretty much follow this tip, it's always important to have, for women, at least one dress in your wardrobe in case you have fancy occasions that you have to go to or you need to dress up for any reason, really. And for men to have at least one suit. So my husband has currently one suit. He used to have, when he graduated law school, he had 3 black suits with 3 white shirts and then a black tie. And he just cycled through those when he was working. But now he works from home, so he only just has one suit, and it's a dark navy color. So he doesn't really have to wear it as often, but if he needs to wear it, then he has it. And just like me, I just have the one dress currently, and I can wear it for pretty much any occasion that I need. And something I think is important about having my one dress is that it could be casual. I could wear it with my running shoes and my backpack, and I could just go out somewhere. Theoretically, I mean, we can't really go anywhere right now, but hopefully in the future. So I can wear it out, just normally going to a cafe or to a park or anywhere like that. Or if I had to go to, say, a wedding or something fancier, then I could wear it to that as well. So the next thing I want to talk about is shoes. I don't think really we need more than 2 to 3 pairs of shoes in anyone's wardrobe. Mainly because you can have, say, 1 pair of sandals for summer and then a pair of shoes for everything else. And if you live in a colder climate, then you would have 1 pair of boots. But it isn't really necessary to have so many different shoes. And I understand, you know, what the need or the desire, I guess, is to have more shoes to match with more outfits. And, you know, I used to have that when I was younger, and they matched with all my dresses and everything. But it got too complicated, and I found half the time, like, I remember I had a pair of yellow shoes and I could only wear them with this one skirt that I had. So they were just sitting in my closet most of the time, never getting worn, and it was kind of a waste. So I think definitely 2 to 3 pair of shoes is the perfect amount to have for a minimalist wardrobe. Now, if you do work outside of the house and you think it's necessary to have a pair of dress shoes as well, then, you know, that's entirely up to you. But going any further than that just kind of creates problems, and then you end up having like way too many shoes and your whole closet's full of shoes, and it gets out of hand, I guess you could say. And now Yale is going to talk about her tips on how to have a minimalist wardrobe and what she does being a child. And it might be something to think about for your children as well. Yale?
Hi! So some of my tips is that you should always wear something comfortable when you're homeschooling, because normally when you sit in a chair, it's just not very comfy. My second tip is that you should always choose something that makes you feel good. Like my top, you know, my top black shorts. And I'm not wearing any socks right now, but yeah, just make something that suits your mood. Actually, I think I have another tip that I would like to recommend.
Oh, please tell.
Okay.
Tip, yeah.
My next tip is that
related to minimalist wardrobe.
It's related. My next tip is that you need to choose like millions. You need to choose only some colors, like she said, like only a couple of colors. I chose black, white, orange, terracotta, and I believe another color, but I think I only chose like 3 or 4. And gray. And that was the other one. That was the last one I was missing.
Well, yeah, and she chose colors that are similar to mine so that she can invade my closet whenever she feels like it.
You know, I think I'm gonna choose picking this tomorrow. You just like, whoosh.
Yeah, we can fit into a lot of the same clothes now because she's growing so much. So.
Yeah. I think I'm like 5'1", 5'2". Am I 5 or am I 5'1"? I don't know what it means.
And okay, so also, and I tend to, like I said before, I tend to stick to those colors because they're easy to match with. And my son's wardrobe has similar colors too, a lot of black, gray, white, and I think
he also has red.
Yes, and red, yeah. So everything just matches together well. It's easy, it's easier. Now if you do like other colors like pink, just make sure you're able to match them with the other colors that you choose. And I don't recommend picking more than probably 5. Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, 5 colors. Because beyond that, it just becomes too complicated and you're ending up having to match too many things together. But yeah, so if you do, especially for your children, if you do come up with a color scheme and a certain number of colors, make sure you tell your relatives so that they can buy those colors rather than them adding colors in that you might not necessarily want or need. I want to point out, especially for your children, if you're choosing your child's wardrobe, is to make sure you pick clothes that are easy for them to wear and put on, because depending on how old they are. If you have a younger child and you want them to start being more independent, try and pick clothes that are easy for them to wear and put on their own. Don't pick complicated overalls and stuff like that are difficult for them to put on. In my previous video that I have 29 items, I did have some changes, so I have an update for my wardrobe to show you. I decluttered my jeans and I got another pair of shoes finally, because just having the one pair of sandals was kind of awkward. So I got another pair of shoes in the mail and I'll show these to you. And I also replaced my jeans with a black skirt, which I think is functional, that I can wear for different things. So now I have one dress and one skirt. Well, I think that's everything I have for today about my tips for a wardrobe. Let me know in the comments if you are starting your minimalist journey with your wardrobe, or if you've already decluttered your wardrobe, and what colors that you chose for your color scheme. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one. Also, if you'd like to see some outtakes, stick around. Bye for now. For everyone that way.
I'd like to share another tip, and that is only choose a certain amount of accessories. Like for her, she has a bracelet and another bracelet. Make sure you only have probably like 2 items on you, 2 accessories.
I guess we think alike because I already talked about that.
That's what I
Oh my gosh, really?
Yes, I suggested.
Are you kidding me?
I suggested it.
Punch.
That's exactly what I suggested.
Darn it!
Yeah, the second you've done that, I got scores.
I know.
Okay, so we'll do the rest. We can do some more tomorrow, but we need to talk about tomorrow what we added to our wardrobes.
Okay.